Building a rental unit in your basement without the proper approvals exposes you to severe financial risk. If a suite is unpermitted, you risk voiding your home insurance policy, alienating mortgage lenders, and actively destroying the resale viability of your own property. Navigating this process requires understanding several overlapping layers of regulation. Since rules shift depending on your exact municipality, you must verify the details locally, as this overview does not constitute formal legal or building code advice. The absolute baseline for survival across the province is the 2018 BC Building Code, specifically incorporating the 2024 Fall Amendments. This document dictates the strict, non-negotiable physical floor for secondary suite construction. You can frame walls and install a kitchen, but the code dictates that a room is not legally considered a living space until it passes precise physical thresholds. Your intention to build a safe space means nothing without documented compliance. This 3D wireframe of a basement conversion illustrates these strict architectural rules. The code requires a minimum ceiling height of 2.0 meters. For older homes where a basement conversion makes that difficult, an alternate compliance path permits 1.95 meters. Absolutely nothing is permitted below that 1.95 meter line. Every bedroom requires an egress window for emergency escapes, and the dimensions are rigid. The unobstructed opening must provide at least 0.35 square meters of space. No single dimension can be less than 380 millimeters, and the windowsill can sit a maximum of 1.0 meter above the floor. For fire separation between the primary house and the suite, the code offers 3 distinct paths. You can build to a 15-minute fire resistance rating, provided all smoke alarms in both units are photoelectric and interconnected. If you cannot interconnect the alarms, you must build to a 45-minute fire resistance rating. You must also install carbon monoxide alarms within 5 meters of the bedroom areas in any unit that contains fuel-fired appliances or is served by an attached garage. These interior physical dimensions are mandatory. However, perfectly executed construction inside the home remains a legal liability if you built the suite on a property with the wrong municipal zoning. Moving past the interior walls and out to the property line, local municipalities layer their own highly restrictive zoning bylaws over the provincial code. Your local government dictates whether a suite is legally allowed to exist on your specific site. Off-street parking rules vary wildly depending on jurisdiction. The City of Victoria permits secondary suites, but restricts them from short-term rental use, while the District of Oak Bay offers an exemption to off-street parking minimums if the homeowner provides an energized outdoor outlet for electric vehicle charging. Other municipalities, like Langford and Sydney, enforce strict lot size thresholds, specific zoning caps, and rigid off-street parking and loading rules that homeowners must navigate before breaking ground. Ignoring these local site bylaws creates a massive vulnerability. Even if your suite hits every measurement in the BC Building Code, a municipality can order it removed over a simple property line technicality. Securing your site requires an exact paper trail, starting with 4 essential permits. Before you begin, you need approvals for building, plumbing, electrical, and gas work. This administrative flowchart maps the mandatory sequence of staged municipal inspections. Construction has to stop so inspectors can approve the framing and plumbing rough-ins, followed by the insulation and vapor barriers, and finally the drywall. If you skip these stages and cover up the work before an inspector signs off, you will be forced to tear open walls at your own expense for review. The flowchart ends at the absolute threshold of compliance, the final occupancy permit. Once the municipality issues this document, the suite is officially recorded on the municipal property file. Until this happens, an unrecorded suite does not exist in the eyes of the law. Legality is an administrative status forged entirely by this paper trail. The legal status you establish with your municipality directly determines your financial exposure. If you fail to disclose a rental unit to your insurance company, or if a fire starts in an unpermitted suite, the insurer can completely void your policy and deny your claim. When a secondary suite is legal, CMHC allows 100% of its rental income for mortgage qualification. A January 2025 program allows refinancing up to 90%. The original deadline for municipalities to align their zoning with this framework was June 2024, though recent extensions allow some local governments to stretch their compliance deadlines into 2026. Your property sits at the intersection of 3 uncompromising systems: Before you drive a single nail, you must assess your home against the physical code, the municipal bylaws, and the provincial zoning mandates. Compliance is the only way forward.